everyone. I hope you all are doing well today. My name is Maya Green, and today's video I will be sharing with you all my This I Believe statement for my communications class, and it's on the topic of social justice. So, speaking a little bit about the topic of social justice, I personally believe that it is more than just a concept, but more about the way that we treat each other on an everyday basis, which is why I believe that everyone deserves to be heard rather than just being tolerated, whether that's being in a classroom with a bunch of your peers or being in a restaurant or just walking by someone. I believe that regardless of who they are, everyone deserves to be heard. I believe this because I feel as though too often in this society, we see how individuals are being spoken over or being dismissed or even judged before they have the chance to share their truths or their stories or even opinions on certain things. And I believe that when that occurs, it creates a sense of silence that creates invisibility, and that invisibility creates a line of injustice within our society. To fix that problem, I believe that it starts with being open-minded and really listening to one another. As listening, I feel as though it's not only a polite gesture, but it's also a form of respect. And it would help us allow each other to recognize someone's dignity and really make space for people to really tell their stories and truths. And it would expand our perspective on how different things are in our world. And supporting this belief, it would mean speaking up, or for me personally, it would mean speaking up when I see someone being silent, but also being able to have that awareness or knowledge to know when to step back and let that person amplify their voice instead of me amplifying it. And it would also mean stepping up and asking the hard questions, or holding myself accountable, or making sure that I am surrounding myself in spaces where people are feeling valued or being valued. And I believe that if we really sit there and take the time to listen to one another, and not just listen, but really hear people's stories and truths, it would allow us to not only just hear them, but understand them. And I feel like when we take our time in the society to really get through that step and be able to ask ourselves those hard questions or hold ourselves accountable for that kind of situation, I feel like that's where the real challenge begins. But overall, I do believe that we need to take the time to really hear people out instead of just tolerating them because they're there. And that is my take on This I Believe statement.